All right. Shout out to Dr. Dre. It's the reason why I'm playing this because you guys may have already got the news. If you haven't got the news, I'm going to give it to you. Dr. Dre just had a brain aneurysm. You guys, this is serious. This is a serious, serious thing. My prayers are, I'm going to do a lot of praying tonight for the young family. I grew up listening to Dr. Dre and the NWA. He's basically like the godfather of gangster rap. You know, really the godfather of hip hop as far as bringing all of this to the forefront. You know, and it's like, you know, to find someone like him going through something as serious, it's a big deal. And this whole live that I'm going to make today is going to talk about the health of African American men. And a lot of us are dying at a young age, and because we're not taking care of ourselves and we're not paying attention to what's really going on. I'm also going to give some recognition to other African American men that have died, and within these last couple years, we're talking about 2020, and we just walked into 2021. So I'm going to give a lot of shout outs to those individuals as well. But I want to bring this to the forefront. I hope that you guys are taking care of yourself, are doing what you have to do in order to maintain your health. If you don't know who I am, my name is Vince Geddes, the health insurance guy, where I help individuals, business owners, as well as families build the best health benefit plan that you can find anywhere else, because it is built for you, built by you, and tailored around you and your needs. I say this all the time because I want you guys to understand that I've been in the healthcare business for a very long time, and I see a lot of us fall victim to not going to the right doctors because we don't have the right health insurance plan. We think, hey, I got health insurance, it is what it is. But again, all doctors aren't created equal. But again, we're going to talk about Dr. Dre and his brain aneurysm. The reason why this is so serious, because with my personal story, my mother had a stroke at early 40s. And when she had her stroke, her first stroke, she was able to survive it, but she was never quite the same. You know, she thought she could still do the same things that she could do before she had the stroke, as far as cook, even function in the right way. It wasn't the same thing. She knew it wasn't the same thing later on when she would try to cook food and burn it. Sometimes she would even forget. So her cognitive senses were not the same after she had that stroke. Another thing is it's a lot of black men that are falling victim to death. I hope again that Dr. Dre survives and pull through, because right now he is in ICU. So I'm going to give some shout outs to some individuals out there as far as entertainers, African American entertainers that have passed from 2020 going into 2021. Number one, I'm going to give a shout out and a rest in peace to John Ecstasy Fletcher. If you don't know who John Ecstasy Fletcher is, John Ecstasy Fletcher was the lead singer of Houdini. He died at age 56. I'm going to give another shout out to Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman died at 43. I'm also going to give another shout out to Malik B from The Roots. He co-founded the group The Roots. He died at 47. I'm going to give another shout out to Bounce King, Fifth Ward Webby. He died at 42. Andre Harrell, he died at 56. Andre Harrell, if you don't know who Andre Harrell is, Andre Harrell gave Puffy his start. Without Andre Harrell, you wouldn't have Puffy, you wouldn't have Bad Boy, you wouldn't have Biggie Smalls. You wouldn't have a lot of the artists that's out today. Andre Harrell even broke out Jodeci. He was the head man over at Uptown Records. Got to give him a shout out as well. MF Doom just recently passed at 49. Natalie Reid, you probably don't know who Natalie Reid is. Natalie Reid is the woman from Baps. Halle Berry's co-star, she died at 53. And Bobby Brown Jr., he died as well. And also it's another individual that is on my mind right now, John Singleton. He even passed as well. So we're talking about everybody that I just mentioned is under 60 years old that have passed away within the last year or so. These are all African American entertainers and African American actors and actresses. So a lot of entertainers, actors, and actresses are dying at a young age. Our health is very, very serious. So I'm going to break this down, what I see when I go to African American communities, because I'm active in the black community. When you go in the black community, it's a lot of things that are against us. Number one, let me talk about our culture. We love our Thanksgiving. We love our Thanksgiving. We love our Christmases, and we love to overeat and eat unhealthy food when the holidays come around. We eat a lot of it. Then what we do, we add a little bit of booze with that. Sometimes, let's keep it real, we smoke weed, we party, we turn up until we can't turn up anymore, and then we go to sleep, wake up, and do the same thing again. Also, again, the culture again. A lot of our lifestyles is pretty bad. We like to party, we like to hang out on the weekends or whatever. And what we do on the weekends, we drink. It seems cool to drink. It feels good to do. Trust me, I understand it does feel good to do, but it puts a lot of wear and tear on our body. Number three, we're not eating the right types of food. We eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of starchy foods, which causes a lot of inflammation within our body. That inflammation leads to a lot of other diseases as well. Also, we eat at the wrong times. We love to consume a lot of food at night. Consuming food at night is a no-no. Your body have to have time to digest what you consume. Even if it's bad, it still has to have time to digest what you consume. So if you're not able to digest your food the right way, where does all disease sit and chill? In your stomach. So when it sits into your stomach, it rots into your stomach, it goes into other places, it causes a lot of diseases, and again, a lot of wear and tear on the machinery of your body. You will degenerate, you will fall victim. You also have to put in perspective that, number one, when you look in our communities, what kind of food do you have in our communities? It's a lot of fried food that we have in our communities. Fried food, clogged arteries. And then when you look at that, it's a lot of us that's in hover rounds. It's a lot of us that are diabetics, pre-diabetics. You go to the gas station, and what you see in the gas station window, you see a lot of pills for keeping that thing hard, keeping that penis hard. And when you see a lot of gas station pills that's keeping that penis hard, this lets you know that something is going on within the food that we consume. So we have to be more cautious about the food that we eat, exercise a little bit more. And again, like I mentioned, our culture. We love a thick woman. We love a nice derriere. And it's a thin line between thick and fat. We're not paying attention to what's going on, and the culture is killing us. The culture is taking our men away from us. It's taking our mothers and our women away from us. And we are dying at an early age. Not to mention all of this stuff that's happening to us as far as our bodies. We aren't prepared if the worst were to happen. A lot of us don't have life insurance. A lot of us don't even have the proper health insurance. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, all doctors are not created equal. You have to get a second, third look if you get a major diagnosis, because you want to make sure that you got the best person that can do the job the right way, because it can cost you your health if you're not taking care of yourself the way that you need to take care of yourself. So again, black health is very, very important. I am not a holistic expert. I can only speak on what I use for myself, because I do work out and I do take a lot of supplements, and I have been deep into herbs and herbalistics for a very long time. I've been really studying this. I've been really taking this. And the reason why I have to take it and the reason why I have to dig so deep into it is because, again, my mother had a stroke at 40. My sister had one at 32 recently. So I don't want to get like that. My mother just recently passed, and to communicate with my sister, because of this COVID crap that's going on, I have to communicate with her through Skype or through Zoom. And it's very painful to see someone that has went through something like that, where they're paralyzed, they can't move, they can't even eat their own food. They're going through literally hell, and in their eyes it's death. The eyes says, I want to give up. I don't want to live like this. This is too much that I have to deal with. So I'm just putting this video out here that, although Dr. Dre is going through what he's going through, I pray that he makes it through. I pray that the Young family, and that they pray for him as well, that he comes through, because this is a serious thing. Again, if you guys are looking for health insurance, or you guys are looking for life insurance, especially health insurance, because that's what I specialize in, I can be reached at 404-689-2322. That's 404-689-2322. Or you can book an appointment with me at www.getnextdayhealth.com. That's www.getnextdayhealth.com. I am licensed all over the United States, although I have a 404 Atlanta number. So it doesn't matter where you at. I'm able to find a plan that's going to fit within your needs. Again, take care of yourself, and rest in peace to the ones I mentioned. And Dr. Dre pulled through. We're rooting for you.